All right, so this question says, what are the signs on Q, W, and delta E, if possible, for a system that is gaining heat energy from the surroundings and having work done on it? Would the system feel hot or cold? Is the system expanding or contracting? So we kind of have a lot of questions here. So the first thing we need to know is, or maybe not the first thing, but something we need to know is delta E equals Q plus W, where Q is the heat term and W is the work term. And this looks like an incredibly simple equation, right? You just add two things together. But the trick here is, or the problems arise, when we're trying to figure out the sign on Q and W. So it's important to practice this to know what the signs on these things are. So the system is gaining heat energy from the surroundings. So if you were standing near this system, you would be the surrounding. If something is gaining heat energy from you, it would feel cold, which will come here, and Q would be positive because the system gains the heat energy and it's going to feel cold. This is counterintuitive because you think Q being positive, it should feel warm, but it actually feels cold because it's gaining heat energy from the surroundings, and you're always the surroundings. The next thing is it's having work done on it. So a system that's having work done on it, W is equal to a positive. A good way to think of work is in terms of a piston, and my drawing skills are not the best, but if we have a piston like this, if a system, the system is here, we have the system having work done on it, the piston is moving in. So the surroundings out here are pushing in on the system and doing work on the system. So in this case, this would be contracting. Now, if we look at the last part, which is what is the sign on delta E? Well, if delta E is Q plus W and Q is positive and W is positive, delta E also has to be positive. Note that if one of the two things is positive and the other one is negative, you wouldn't be able to tell what the sign on delta E is because you would need to know the magnitude of Q and W. But if they're both positive, delta E has to be positive, and of course if they're both negative, delta E has to be negative.